I'm really excited to show you how to make these beautiful Christmas ornaments. They're really easy to make. I found these molds on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. Just put some clear resin about halfway full in each of the molds. And after you do that, you just put some leaves and dried flowers in each of the molds. This is where you can get creative. And it's also my favorite part. I spend a lot of time just deciding where each of the leaves and flowers will be placed. And I'm also going to put some gold foil pieces around the ornament as well. If you get these in a pack, you can break them apart and place them just like this if you want to. This is also a good time to use some of your bigger flowers that you have that won't fit in your earring molds or keychain molds, because these ornament molds are slightly bigger than those. I've had that one big leaf for a while and I didn't want to break it apart because it was so pretty, and I thought it would be perfect in this ornament mold. You can use a toothpick to maneuver your flowers around and push them down into the resin, because they'll want to float to the top. And you can fold the resin gently on top of the flowers to help them sink down. This flower right here is very, very delicate and it can break really easily. And you also don't want to put the tip directly down of your toothpick onto the flower because it can bruise it or tear it. So I'm going at it at an angle. Very gently. You're going to pour more resin on top later, so it doesn't have to be completely covered. This leaf is also very delicate. I'm afraid that the branches are going to fall off, so I'm going to wait to pour resin on it later. And the middle of these flowers are more tough, so you can press on them pretty firmly, but not the petals. If you have mismatched flowers that don't match for earrings, this is also a great time to use those as well. That's the only difficult thing about making the earrings, is you have to have something that matches pretty well in order to make a pair. There are so many things you could do with these molds. I have so many ideas, and I will probably be making another ornament video using these molds, using a different technique. This purple flower, I've been wanting to use it for a while, but it doesn't fit in any of my other molds, so this is a perfect time to use it. I wanted to keep those stems of the leaves on it because I think it's really pretty. So here's my gold foil flakes, and I'm going to place them. It's going to add a lot of shine, and I think it'll make it look more like a Christmas ornament. And I'm actually going to put that in each of these molds. And just do it in little pieces. It's really easy to tear, so you can tear it in little pieces. But it does want to get stuck onto your toothpick, so you'll have to kind of swish it around in the resin to get it off of your toothpick. Later on, you'll see in one of my ornaments, I did the whole bottom in gold foil flakes and put one flower on top. It was a really pretty ornament, so that's another way you can use these gold foil flakes as well. This is also a good idea to do because your ornaments are going to be clear. So in that clear space, this kind of breaks up the clear and it makes a shiny addition to your ornament. So see that top one where the whole bottom's full of the gold foil flakes? I think it turned out really pretty. Now just pour the rest of your resin into your mold. Be very careful not to overfill it. If you get it too full, you'll have to drill your hole back out for the top of your ornament because it will go over it. Or you'll see as I'm demolding a couple of mine, I accidentally overfilled a couple and I'm going to have to cut some of those edges off. See this one right here, the top of it? I had to cut it down a little bit right there. This one, I love how that turned out. See what those gold foil flakes do for the ornament? So pretty. These are very unique and you don't see these type of ornaments anywhere. I have a lot of ribbon in my craft room, so I just picked out some that I thought would match good, and I'm using it as the string for the ornament. This matches perfect with the ornament actually. You're just going to tie it into one loop and tie a knot at the top and get it pretty tight so it looks nice. And then you're going to cut, not all of it, but just a little bit so it looks neat on the top. And there you have a finished ornament. It's so pretty. And just go ahead and do that with all of them. Here's another one that I did with the gold ribbon. Again, you're just going to make a loop and do a knot at the top. And keep your knot at the top so that you have that place to hang your ornament. So pretty. And then if you're having trouble getting the ribbon through the hole, on this next ornament, I'll show you how to poke it through easily. The gold ribbon went through really easily. I'm using this white ribbon and it did not want to go through, so I had to use a different technique for it. So I'm just taking my sewing seam ripper scissors and I'm going to poke it through the hole. So anything little that you have would work for this, but not something that's just going to completely poke a hole in it because it won't push it through. You need something that'll push it through. Just be careful not to poke yourself or cut yourself. And then it'll easily go through. This one I accidentally made the loop too large because I had too much ribbon, so I had to go back later and make it a smaller loop because that was too big. See, it's too big, so I had to fix it later. Look how beautiful these turned out. If you like this video, I have a ton more resin videos on my channel. Please like it and subscribe. I hope you enjoy and I hope you make some.